Good morning, all of you. Sai Ram. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is current electricity. So let us see what will be the content for the chapter. As you can see in your screen, the first topic that we have to understand is current electricity. Then next topic we have conventional current. After that, we will learn about drift velocity of electrons and current. Then next thing we have to understand is current density. After that, we have topic Ohm's law. Okay. In the same sequence, we will learn the different formula for resistance, resistivity, conductance and conductivity. Then we have next thing that is called temperature dependence of resistance. In this we will learn how our resistance basically depends on temperature. Like you can say that R naught equal to or R final equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha delta T. Such formula you will learn. Okay. After that, this thing is also mentioned here, that color code for carbon register, but it has been removed from your syllabus as per new guidelines of NCERT. Then this topic has also been removed from your syllabus, that is series and parallel combination of register. You don't have to learn these two topics. Then next thing is EMF potential difference of a cell. After that, internal resistance of a cell. In this you will learn basically qualitative idea only as per mentioned in your syllabus. Then series and parallel combination of cells, in which two cells are connected in series and then both cells are again connected in parallel. Okay, this is for parallel and this one is for series. So such thing you will learn. So first topic that we have to learn is electric current. So definition of electric current is the charge flowing through any section of the conductor in 1 second. Okay, if we have any conductor or you can say any wire like that, and how much charge is flowing through this wire in 1 second, that is called electric current. Formula for electric current is I equal to Q upon T, and this formula is valid if the rate of flow of charge is steady, means current or charge is flowing with a constant amount in constant time. Then next thing you have to understand that if rate of flow of charge varies with time, in that case your current is given by the second formula, that is dq upon dt. Okay, so this is the basic definition of electric current. Now we will understand different types of current. So here you can see one graph is given in which we are trying to show the steady current and variable current. As it was discussed here, what is steady current and what is variable current. The first one is steady current, which does not vary with time. So this blue color you can understand, this is the graph of steady current. At a particular time, say t equal to 0 second, your current is 1 ampere. then again after few seconds your current has same magnitude, that is 1 ampere, and again after few time your current has again same value, that is 1 ampere, say. So such kind of current are called steady current, in which with the passage of time your current does not change. Second is variable current. Now understand, varying current whose magnitude varies with time, that is called varying current or variable current. This gray color you can understand, this one, this gray color is what? With the passage of time your current is varying, and this B is also showing that your current is variable with time. For example, suppose here I have 0.5 ampere current, okay, then here I have 1 ampere current. Then what I can say, suppose at this point your time is 1 second, and suppose at this point time is 2 second, okay, and here time is say 3 second. So at 1 second your current is how much? Say 0.5 for this B line, and at 2 second your current having some higher value for the same graph, say 1.5 ampere. So we can see that at a particular time t equal to 1 second your current has some certain value, then again after few time your current has increased. So basically your current is changing with time. Such current are called variable current, and this thing is true for curve C as well. However, here the rate of change of current is not uniform. Sometimes it is changing with high rate, and sometimes it is not changing with high rate. It is, you can say, that decreasing with some certain amount of rate. And last one is alternating current. So that current whose magnitude varies continuously and direction changes periodically. Okay, those are called alternating current or AC. So this fourth graph you can see, this point number D, this is your alternating current, in which your graph is changing with time. Means its direction is changing. You can say that direction of curve or graph is changing with time. Here it is positive, and in the bottom part it is negative. Then we will move for next slide. Next topic is conventional current. So in conventional current we can see with the help of a diagram like here. Suppose we have two plates, one having positive charge and another having negative charge. Suppose some positive charge is flowing in the direction of electric field, or if I ask you that what is the direction of electric field, you will say that electric field is always from positive to negative. And if I ask you that in which direction your positive charge will flow, suppose you have positive charge, then from where to where this positive charge will flow, you will say that positive charge experience some force in direction of electric field, so it will move from positive to negative. So the motion of positive charge is nothing but your conventional current. Here you can see in diagram like these positive charge is flowing from positive plate to negative plate. So let's go through the definition of conventional current. Conventional current is the current whose direction is along the direction of motion of positive charge under the action of electric field. Okay, as I told you, this is called direction of conventional current. This is symbol I, which is showing that direction of current is positive to negative. We have one more aspect to understand this concept, that is, you can understand if we have a negative plate and we have positive plate. Then electrons from negative plate are moving towards positive plate, as you can see in this manner. So it is also defined as conventional current due to motion of electron is in the direction opposite to that of motion of electron. This conventional current I has a direction opposite to motion of electron. As electrons are moving from left to right, so your conventional current will have from right to left its direction. Next topic is drift velocity and current. Now we will understand this topic. So first we will go to the definition of drift velocity. It is defined as the velocity with which the free electrons get drifted towards the positive terminal under the effect of the applied electric field. So basically, if you have applied any electric field, okay, then your electron which are present inside a metal, those electrons get drifted in direction opposite to electric field, or you can understand that positron are drifted in direction of electric field. Like here you can see we have a conductor and its length is L. Its area is capital A, this cross sectional area. Then we have this battery and it is connected with this conductor in such a manner. Then if we apply this battery, that means an electric field has been set up inside this conductor, and direction of electric field, you can say it will be along this line. Why along this line? Because suppose if this battery has a potential V, then here we have applied this much potential, okay, and under this much potential your electric field will have direction from higher potential to lower potential. Next thing, we have to understand that this is your negative terminal of battery and this is positive terminal of the battery, and here we have so much electric field. So electron from this plate of conductor will move opposite to the electric field and they will experience a force of QE from negative to positive. So see how electrons will move. Here you can see that electrons are moving from this negative plate to positive plate, and we can say that direction of electric current will be opposite to the motion of electron, or conventional current will be shown by the direction of these arrows. Then drift velocity is given by following expression. You can understand that V equal to U plus AT. We can apply this formula, and here your electron at starting having zero velocity and they are under the influence of electric force. Okay, electric force Q is acting on such electrons. So by this force, they will experience some acceleration, and you can say that this velocity will be equal to 0 plus acceleration into time, and that acceleration is force upon mass. Force is QE or EE divided by mass of the electron, and this is called your time of collision between two electrons, or time taken by the electron to cover this much gap, that is distance between two electrons. So your current will be given by following formula, that is I equal to NEA VD. And you can understand in this formula, this current I is directly proportional to the velocity. You get this expression after solving this portion. In this formula, we can understand the meaning of these symbols, like VD denotes drift velocity, A denotes acceleration, E denotes relaxation time, and electric field capital E. Then small e is electronic charge or charge of electron. M is mass of electron. N in this formula is number density, that is how many electrons are present in per unit volume of this particular material. L is length of the conductor and A is cross sectional area. Now we will move for our next topic, which is current density. So first we will understand its definition. You can understand like current density at a point within a conductor is the current through a unit area of the conductor around that point, provided the area is perpendicular to the direction of flow of current at that point. So what is current density basically? For example, we can consider 10 ampere of current. However, this is very high amount of current, but we can understand that 10 ampere of current is flowing through a area, and this area is 10 meter square. Then if I ask that how much current is flowing through this particular unit area, then you will say current by unit area will be total current upon total area, that is 10 ampere upon 10 meter square, and it will be 1 ampere per meter square. That means this much amount of current is flowing by per meter square area. This thing is called current density. The important term is that area is perpendicular to the direction of flow of current, like area vector or the surface of area. It is basically saying that surface of area should made 90 degree, not area vector. So we can understand that J equal to I upon A, and J is current density, and I is your amount of current, A is area, and we know that I equal to NEAVD, that area will be cancelled out, so we will get this much expression. In vector form we can write from here this I equal to J dot A, because we have to take perpendicular area. So this is all for today. We have learned what is current density. Now let me summarize all the topics that we have learned today. The first topic that we have covered today was electric current. We learned its definition. Then we got to know about conventional current, that is direction of positive charge is our conventional current, or it is opposite to the direction of electrons. Then we got to know what is drift velocity, that our electron flows opposite to electric field with some certain velocity, that is called drift velocity. We got to know that what is the relation between drift velocity, this Vd, and current, that is NEA Vd, where N was electron density. Then we learned current density, that is current flowing through a unit area. This area should be perpendicular one. After that, in next lecture we will understand Ohm's law, then these formulas like resistance, resistivity, conductance,